What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a full look at the FS Reborn Phenom 300E for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I've been flying it for the last few days, so this is not just me loading it up once, getting excited, and calling it a review. I wanted to actually spend some time with it, see how it flies, mess with the features, and figure out what stands out after the newness wears off a little. Quick disclosure before we get into it, FS Reborn did provide me with a review copy of this aircraft. They did not pay me for this review, and everything I'm saying here is based on my own experience. After spending proper time with it, I can say this pretty confidently. This aircraft impressed me. This is one of those add-ons where the more you fly it, the more you start to notice how much work went into it. Not just in the big obvious areas, but in the smaller details too. The model, the textures, the systems, the cabin, the passenger features, the FBO side of things, the options, the way it handles, and the overall feel of the aircraft all come together really well. Let's start with the visuals, because that was one of the first things that stood out to me. The model looks excellent inside and out. The exterior has that clean, sleek Phenom look, and it really captures the feel of a modern business jet. The shape looks right, the proportions look right, and it has that premium look you want from this kind of aircraft. The cockpit is also very well done. It looks sharp, modern, and clean without feeling sterile. Some cockpits look nice in screenshots, but once you actually start flying, they feel flat or lifeless. This one does not give me that feeling. The materials, lighting, displays, and overall layout make it feel like a real place to operate from. The textures are great too. Nothing jumped out at me as cheap or unfinished. The cockpit has enough detail to feel believable, and the cabin adds a lot to the experience. For a business jet, that matters. You're not just flying a machine, you're flying something that is supposed to feel premium. FS Reborn nailed that vibe. The cabin is a big plus for me. It makes the aircraft feel complete. I like when a developer actually cares about what is behind the cockpit door, especially in a private jet. The passengers, seating, cabin details, and overall presentation help sell the idea that this is a real charter or business aviation flight, not just another cockpit simulator. Now let's talk about the flight model. I am not a real-world pilot, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I can tell you exactly how a real Phenom 300E should feel. But from a simmer's point of view, and from someone who has flown a lot of different aircraft in the sim, this flight model feels excellent. It is responsive, but not twitchy. That is a big deal. A lot of lighter jets in the sim can feel way too sensitive. They sometimes feel like they're floating around or like every small input turns into a huge correction. This Phenom does not feel like that to me. It feels light because it is a light jet, but it still feels controlled. It reacts quickly, but it does not feel nervous. Hand flying it is actually enjoyable. Takeoff feels smooth, climb performance feels strong, and on approach, it gives you enough feedback to feel connected without making you fight it the entire way down. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the whole aircraft. It just feels good to fly. And when an aircraft feels good to fly, that makes a huge difference. You can have all the features in the world, but if the handling feels bad, I'm not going to keep coming back to it. With this one, I do want to keep flying it. The systems and options are also a strong point. What I like is that FS Reborn gives you flexibility. You can fly it with more realism, or you can set it up in a more relaxed way and just enjoy the flight. That is smart design. Not everyone wants to treat every single flight like a check ride. Some people want the hardcore experience. Some people want to load in, start up, and go fly without worrying about every tiny detail. This aircraft gives you room to do both. You can engage with the deeper features if you want, or you can keep things simple and enjoy the airplane. I really like that because it makes the add-on more accessible without stripping away the depth. The EFB helps a lot with that. It gives you control over the aircraft, loading, settings, passengers, and other features without making everything feel buried. It feels useful instead of just being there for show. The passenger system is another feature I ended up liking more than I expected. It gives the aircraft more purpose. Instead of just flying an empty jet from airport to airport, it feels like you're actually operating a private or charter flight. That kind of thing fits this aircraft perfectly. The Phenom 300E is not just about flying fast, it's about business aviation, comfort, and getting people where they need to go. The passenger system adds personality to the flight. It makes smooth flying matter. It makes the cabin feel connected to what you're doing up front. It is not something every simmer will care about, but for me, it adds a lot of immersion. Now, one thing I have to bring up is the FBO building feature. This is one of those things that really caught me off guard because I did not expect something like this to be included with an aircraft add-on. It adds that extra ground-side business aviation feel. Instead of the Phenom just being a jet you spawn into and fly away, it feels more connected to a full private aviation operation. For people who like charter flying, role-play flights, virtual company ops, or building out their own little home base in the sim, this is a really cool addition. It helps sell the idea that you are not just flying an aircraft, you are running an operation around it. That might not matter to everyone, but for me, it adds a lot to the overall experience. It is another one of those features where I looked at the price again and thought, wait, this is included too? Now, the value. This is where the aircraft really starts to stand out. For around $40, the detail for the money is crazy good. You get a great model, strong textures, a polished cockpit, a modeled cabin, a solid flight model, passenger features, options for different realism levels, and then on top of all that, you also get the FBO building feature. That is a lot for this price point. I actually asked Raul why they picked this price because with the amount of detail here, I felt like they probably could have charged more. His answer was that they wanted everyone to have access to high-quality add-ons, and they felt this was the right price for a business jet with these features. I respect that. Flight sim is expensive enough already, so seeing a developer deliver this much at a fair price is a big deal. Performance is also worth talking about. After update 1.0.5, I noticed an improvement on my system. The aircraft felt smoother, and FPS seemed better than what I had before. Of course, performance is always going to depend on your setup, your settings, your airport, weather, traffic, and everything else going on in the sim. But for me, 1.0.5 helped. That matters because good visuals are great, but if an aircraft destroys performance, it becomes harder to enjoy. After the update, this felt more comfortable to fly, and that made the whole experience better. Now, let's get into the cons. I really don't have any major complaints, but there are a couple minor quality of life things I would like to see improved. The main one for me is baro sync between the captain and first officer side. Right now, it does not sync the way I would like. That is not some giant deal breaker, but it is one of those little workflow things that would be nice to have. To be fair, FS Reborn already explained the reason. Since they use the working title G3000, and that system does not currently have a sync baro feature, it is not as simple as just flipping a switch and adding it in. They said they will look into it and figure out what they can do. That is the kind of con I can live with. It is not a broken aircraft problem. It is more of a convenience feature that would make the cockpit workflow smoother. And that is really where I'm at with the negatives. I'm not going to make up fake problems just to sound balanced. My real complaints are small quality of life things, not big issues with the aircraft itself. The important parts are done very well. The aircraft looks great. The textures are strong. The cockpit feels good. The cabin feels premium. The flight model is excellent from my sim experience. The passenger system adds immersion. The FBO building feature gives it that extra business aviation feel. The options let you fly it how you want. Performance improved for me after 1.0.5, and the value for the price is one of the best things about it. That is why I think this aircraft is easy to recommend. If you like business jets, private aviation, charter flying, or you want something that feels polished without being overpriced, the FS Reborn Phenom 300E is absolutely worth looking at. It is not just a good $40 aircraft, it is a good aircraft that happens to be $40. That's the difference. For me, this is one of those add-ons that feels like it was made by people who actually care about the full experience. Not just the cockpit, not just the outside model, not just the systems, but the whole package. After flying it for a few days, I'm still impressed. FS Reborn did a seriously good job with this one. That's going to do it for my review of the FS Reborn Phenom 300E. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you flying it already? Are you planning to pick it up? And what route should I take it on next? As always, keep your wings level and chase that horizon.